Wales had been conquered by the English for over 100 years. King Edward I executed the last Prince of Wales and ended Welsh independence. Edward had built a string of castles to control and suppress the people. Harlech Castle was one of them. But in the very beginning of 1400, a man named Owain Glyndŵr rose up and inspired a nation to fight for Welsh independence for almost 15 years. Owain was in his late 40s at the time and had had a long legal dispute with a man named Reginald Grey. Reginald was a marcher lord appointed by the King of England who held land in Wales and had vast power. Reginald had laid claim to some of Owain's lands. Owain appealed to the English Parliament for a resolution for the disputed territory. There was a new king on the throne of England, King Henry IV, who had just taken the throne from his cousin. Grey happened to be on Henry IV's council and was a personal friend of the king, and so Owain's appeal was rejected without a hearing. The incredible unfairness of this judgment, the seizing of his lands, and the oppression of English rule on Welsh soil planted the seeds for Owain to seize the moment and begin a revolt. On September 16, 1400, Glyndŵr had amassed the support of his countrymen, and they proclaimed him Prince of Wales. This title, Prince of Wales, for the last 100 years had been taken and bestowed upon the heir apparent to the throne of England when Edward I had conquered Wales and given it to his son, and even then was held by Henry IV's son. Glyndŵr raised an army and began attacking towns and strategic positions all over Wales to take their land back and gain independence. At the end of 1401, he was ready to attack Harlech Castle. For the next 3 years, Henry IV's son spent large sums of money trying to reinforce Harlech, first sending 100 men-at-arms and 400 archers. But by 1403, the armory at Harlech Castle only had 3 shields, 8 helmets, 6 lances, 4 of them without any heads, and 4 guns. By 1404, Glyndŵr finally took Harlech Castle, a castle originally built to control the Welsh, and it was now made to be the new capital. Owain moved his family there and held at least one parliament there. He set up plans for 2 Welsh universities and brokered a treaty with France. But in only a few short years, Henry IV's son would launch an attack on Harlech Castle. Heavy cannon was used and a siege proceeded. Eventually, those in the castle were reduced to starvation and surrendered in February of 1409. The castle fell to a force of 1,000 men. Owain Glyndŵr escaped, but his wife, 2 daughters, and 3 granddaughters were found hiding in the castle. They were captured and taken to the Tower of London, where they all eventually died in 1413.